client testimonials. Like that also to me, I think would be big because not only would it, if you have client testimonials that you have produced and make sure are promoted, then it would also be pulling that in addition to telling who you are in your story. It could then also tell what other people are saying about you because we live in that world. When you're going anywhere, Airbnb or restaurant, anywhere, the first thing you're doing is going to look at the ratings and the comments and testimonials. And so that I think is also one that is missed, that should be controlled and promoted, that is not. And some of it is the awareness that you can do it. Because I know a lot of advisors don't even realize that you can collect and promote client testimonials when in the past you couldn't. But that rule has now changed, and it's a highly effective way to win more business referrals, promotion, be appropriately curated through AI or the internet. And it's powerful because in a marketing strategy, testimonials create a lot of social proof, a ton of social proof that you could not use before. One of my favorite business books, Paul, is Robert Cialdini's book, Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. Yep. And one of the things he talks about is there are 3 stages you try to take people through in order to move them to a yes or persuade them. The first is a positive association. That's the first stage. The second is reducing anxiety. And then the third is motivating to action. And then he talks about his influencing principles and how they fit. Well, once you've got a positive association and somebody's aware of you, you got to reduce anxiety. And the way you do that is you do it through authority. So having content, having a book, having various platforms where people can view you as an expert. The second way is social proof, because people tend to look outside of themselves to make a decision. So using testimonials in addition to all the other things we talked about so people can curate who you are, very powerful piece to help with that. And you want to have testimonials that have that before and after arc. So here's who I was before I worked with Paul, and here's how I look financially after. And by the way, there are guidelines and disclosures that you have to follow. So that's the other piece. You just want to make sure you got it. The second thing is then having a system to collect. You can probably Google if you're affiliated with a firm, or if you're not, you can find the resources. There are a lot of resources that actually out there right now that will show you a system of questions to ask a client once you've got their consent that they do a testimonial that will lead them down a path of being able to tell a story. And you could probably AI it, chat GPT it or co-pilot it, and it will give you, if you wanted to build a system to collect testimonials to be able to do that. Or if you're affiliated with a firm, most of the time, firms will have some system that you can follow, they'll suggest to collect. Then the third piece is then how you use it, because you can use it for marketing purposes. You can distribute it, emails, social media, newsletters, brochures, websites, a video testimonials. You can have a client do a video testimonial that you can put on your website. One unique way that an advisor I work with and their team, they use it. They got some client testimonials from their clients. And so when they get a referral and they set up the meeting for that person to come in, before that person comes in, they have a 2-page sheet they send, and it might be 1 page just on both sides. The first page just has the advisor's picture, their values, and a little bit about them. Mm-hmm. And then on the second page or on the back, it has the client testimonials. Mm-hmm. And that's the very first thing this referral prospect sees before they even come in to see the advisor, that they've built into their system to, again, establish social proof, but also help predispose that client to want to work with them even before they've come in, because now they see all the great things these other clients that they work with have done for them. So that's a couple of examples and suggestions.